Okay. 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 Let's continue. You have 30 minutes more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr.
nice.
Yeah. I leave it to you.
I would like to share my
Oh yeah.
screen.
Sure. Sure. Sorry. Okay. Already done.
Thank you.
Take your time.
Yeah, so Ahmad Muhammad.
Yeah, I'm here, Mr.
Yeah, once I was taking speaking exam online from different students worldwide. One student and them was looking at me like this, as their cameras open. I asked a very simple question in part one, what time you go to bed? And he was looking at this. I said, gentlemen, what time you go to bed? And he was sir, now this is what body language and tone, everything is in silent mode, in
Yeah, yeah,
flight mode. I said, and another person said in the same class, sir, I think he is already sleeping. I said, gentlemen, come on, say. And then he suddenly unmute his mic and he said, I go to bed at 9 p.m. and my father sleeps at 10 p.m. I said, who asked about father?
My God.
Yeah, in part one, what I mean by this command, that in as speaking part one, you have to show yourself. Like this is these are all speaking exams in front of you. Let me show you of
Yeah,
some
yeah.
countries. Yeah. Now in all speaking, you are supposed to talk about yourself, not about father, not about siblings, relatives, or friends, anyone
So
else. Yeah.
you need to be precious.
Yes, in part one. Here, this is also a mistake. I'm repeating that I'm today talking concisely in this lecture, right? Concisely means briefly. I'm touching from different aspects, different angles, four modules. So otherwise, if we go in explanation that you know, I now and I'm speaking part one, part two, part three. Three are the
Yeah.
parts. Number one, that is called introduction. Here, what matters, like the first response, indeed, the first presentation, and then proper starting for each single question. The question answers must be very simple, must be very short. Short means two sentence, three sentence, four sentence, maximum four sentences in part
So the
one.
max is the minimum two sentence and the max
Yeah, maximum
for
four. And there is a very, a big reason about that. Because in our speaking part one, if a student answers is inclining for more than four sentences, it is going to mix with the answer of next question. And then
but
let's
maybe
suppose,
yeah, but
yeah,
maybe doing mistakes.
yeah, let's suppose there is a question from Kuwait 2022, and
Yeah.
then what kind of things do people usually buy at the street market? Yeah. Now let's suppose the student, the person is sharing the answer for this question that most of the times people buy clothes, people buy shoes, and they also buy fruits and other ingredients, important necessary things, goods for their home from street market.
But
And now let's suppose
Mr.
the students,
Okay,
1 minute,
but
sorry,
you
1 minute.
okay, go ahead.
Let me include the let's suppose the students now further says that I also like to buy this kind of things in street market. Now if he ate this sentence, this will be extra information. And how extra? Extra information means irrelevant. Now, next question when it will be asked with him, would you like to go to a street market abroad? If he will have shared this information in the previous question, now student will say, I have already told you, or as I mentioned, now this is again
Yeah, I got it.
informal side. Yes, now say please.
So you must answer the same question.
Yes. What is asked from you? And as all modules, you are supposed to understand the question, either in
Mm.
writing, either in reading, either in listening, either in speaking, right?
Okay,
And you
good.
have to be focused on the question, then answer what is asked from you. Like we will move to reading, then I will discuss that how question matters in ice reading as well. Now, by the way, in part one, you have to keep two things, two words in mind: do or die. do or die. What does it mean? It means you have to show yourself an expert for each single question while answering for that. Like I am interested in that. Like you have to show through your answer that I am interested in that topic. And also you have to start in a professional and formal and respective way. By the way, for each single question, you have to focus on the questions of first strategy and second, how to start, how to close. In our speaking exam, two situations happen with students. Number one, sometimes students are completed with their answer information. Examiner is still silent and not asking the next question. What students should do that moment, right? This is one question. Second problem. Sometimes examiner is not allowing students to complete the answer. Might be asking the next question very quickly. What students should do that moment? And there are also some other strategies problems students are facing, which we will discuss in details in aspect. By the way,
Okay.
yeah, and by the way, in IELTS speaking part two, the most important at here in speaking, as in writing section I mentioned, and in each module I'm going to mention which matters, which part matters a lot. In IELTS speaking, you are having three sections again, and in section number two, the most important, that is indeed called Q card. Yes.
Mm.
In Q card, you will be given 1 minute to prepare the topic, and you're supposed to talk on the topic for 2 minutes. Yeah, times matters a lot. Like if you speak for a minute, it might be equal to half band, right, of the total. And if you speak for more than a minute, now examiner can stop you anywhere, but adhere a relevant information, adhere a creativity for how to prepare a topic for within a minute to write WH question for yourself and for what, when, where, why, who, why, how. For this question, to write a simple one words on different corners and then to answer for that question. This is also a very simple strategy for this. That we ask students, like I personally assign students different cue cards, around about 83 plus topics of cue cards in the whole session. And then I asked today you have to study only 5 cue cards and 2 past papers and 2 this from this source so far, right? Like 3 different sources I apply for while speaking, and also my own exam papers that I have collected for the last years, and also answers how the students are supposed to share their answer, the starting, the closing. I will share those material. By the way, now in IELTS speaking, there must be a strategy like for 25-30 minutes. Now you're speaking at here currently, if I examine your level, that is equal to 6.5 in the current situation, right? How you're speaking, and that is not bad, right? At initial scenario, if it is equal to this, now to make it more outstanding band 7 plus, like you mentioned Italy, I'm going to apply for Italy. Now, if you apply for Australia or America, in United States of America, that's USA, first of all, 180 top most universities required 7 band, 7 plus. And Australia also the same criteria. If you then move to Canada, but the topmost level countries and the topmost institutes require your highest bands, and that means 7 plus band. So your target is to achieve from 6 to 7, how to incline that in no time, right? And then 7,
Yeah.
your target is, I earlier mentioned, 8, 8.5. Then you can easily get some your 8, some your 7.5, right? But not. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I got this idea to you must to raise your score to get at least
Yeah.
if you decide to get 8.5, maybe you get 7.5.
Exactly. And another interesting and important thing is that evaluation, assessment of student is very important. Like along with assigning daily work to you, we also conduct mock test on every Saturday, right? And on every Saturday, after conducting the mock test, I keep the bench in front of you. Like speaking will be a kind of live test. You may also see the other students, how they are performing and how you are performing, what is lacking, what is good, right? And along with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
comment. Yeah, and so on for writing section. we then discuss on the screen, like this is the mistake, this is the mistake, this is the mistake, should not be repeated again. And this is the point you must add in your writing. This is the point, this is the point. And for reading and listening, we go like the screen, like how to do that, how to solve a different kind of question, and so on. By the way, again, moving towards speaking, in speaking part three, as we earlier discussed, there are three sections, and you know about that. Part three is called discussion part.
Yeah.
And discussion part, examiner asks you questions regarding society, regarding people, what they do, what they think, what they. Now at here, you cannot share, information about yourself, that I do like this, or I like this. Let's suppose we have a question. What kind of gifts do parents give to their young children? Now, if you say, to be very honest, my parents give mostly different kinds of gift, like toys, like chocolates to me. Let's suppose
Yeah.
100%
True.
irrelevant, 100% wrong answer. The person is asking you how, what kind of gifts are given to children by their parents, means in society, in your circumstances, right? So in part three, the target is not you, the target is society. You have to
Yes.
give the example
So
of society.
they were talking about the society, not about yourself.
Yes, in part one, as I mentioned, do or die. Here you are supposed to you. Everywhere you is targeting you. Part
Yeah.
two also, you should say when you. But in part three,
So
maximum
section
time
one
that,
is you,
yeah.
section three is about society.
Yeah, and section two is also you, right? Section
Yeah.
one, two means I. And it's not father, like that person said, my father sleeps at 10 p.m. Who are gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes different things happens and different experience we go through so far while asking questions from students, and a kind of interest we make. But by the way, the students, to be very honest, I have divided in three categories. First of all, the proper training. And to be very honest, this is very important. Like for the most talented, outstanding student, PhD doctors even, I am having some gold medalist students, like the toppers of universities and highly graduated, and even doctorate professors I'm having in my students list. But when I see their level, like why they are facing the trouble or why not they are achieving the good score, for them, then I feel that training is important. Like, let's
Yeah.
suppose you know about grammar, you know about information, but you don't know what is lacking in my essay or what is problem in my speaking. Why examiner or why the person is mentioning I'm 6.5? Why
Yeah.
not 8? Right? So here there are some points that I would have felt so far on the basis of my personal experience and so on. By the way, the first thing is proper your training, like this part you have to do like this. Second part is your assessment, and that is going to be taken after every 5 days, right? 5 days
Yeah.
means within a week on Saturday, after every 5 classes. And then the third very important thing is, and the most important thing is, practice with consistency. Like 30 days, 40 days, the target you have to give for yourself. Like after 30, 40 days, let's suppose you would have intended that I will appear an IELTS exam. So within these 30, 40 days, I will make a schedule for you. That reading means
Yeah. Good.
this much time, speaking this, writing, listening, this. If you go through that, in a week, you will feel the difference. After a week, you will feel the change in your personality, in your skills
Yeah.
and abilities, right? But so far, if let's suppose a student, now I was having one very talented student, very talented, but he gone, through all the modules, practice little, very little, because he was talented, and only 14, 15 days classes he took from me. When his result was out, in speaking, he got 8.5. In listening, he got 8. In writing, he got 7.5 in my personal 7. But in reading, and IELTS reading section, he got 6.5. And I smiled and I asked, what's the reason? You have to tell me. And then he said, I didn't go through one single test in my practice days. Oh, come on.
Oh.
When you didn't go through one single test in practice days, in your working days, which I supposed you to do go, then you are going to face the problem, right? So the very
Yeah.
third very important thing is to do practice on daily basis.
Your semester, you need to practice more and more and more. You need to practice for
Yeah,
not
but practice
just one
also,
exam.
yeah,
You need
yeah, practice also
group
from,
of exams.
outstanding source. Now, for us, there are millions of sources, hundreds of millions you can find from this or
Yeah,
here. But a professional source at here for reading and listening is different. For speaking and writing is different, right? And if you follow the professional, little bit, it will be hard, difficult, right? But difficult will make you perfect. And as real exam, you will perform the best, right? So far. Anyhow, Minal's reading, how many passages are there? Any idea?
so you ask me about if I have idea about IELTS, about sorry, listening,
Reading.
reading. Yeah, I have idea about reading. Reading most of the time, the questions are arranged, and you don't have time to move your answer from paper to answer sheet. So you need to put your answer
Yes,
one by
yes.
one.
Okay. Gentlemen, we're going to concise the lecture, and because I think we are left with little bit, few minutes, right? Anyhow,
Yeah,
let me discuss it concisely. In reading, there will be again 40 MCQs, three passages. Challenging task is to how to do it in a specific given time. By the way, as you earlier mentioned and I asked, 30 is into 7 band, and as academic listening and reading both. And now at here, your target is 30, 35, 36, right, or 8. Otherwise, 34 is equal to your bed, 7.5, that is your target. But you must keep 36 plus, right? 37, 38, 37, 38. Then it will be equal to 8.5. And then in real exam, you can very easily get 8 or 7.5. By the way,
yeah,
in IELTS reading, there is, synonymized technique. There are active basis. Some of the techniques are there to which you will go like to solve different sort of questions so far. And these are the types of questions which are going to be assigned to you in our reading section, which we will discuss in details, right? And next we are having NIS listening, and NIS listening, as earlier you mentioned by yourself, and at the beginning, at the starting of the lecture, that there will be 4 sections, but in those 4 sections, there will be different audios. Section number 1 means the is yes section, the section in which a student is supposed to get 10 out of 10, right? Because they are yes. And then in section number 2, 10 MCQs, and which one is challenging? Section 3, little, right? Why and how to deal with that? We will discuss that. By the way, the audios will be different in each section, and total time will be 30 minutes for reading for 60 minutes, right? So overall, it is also having a separate idea pattern how to go to that, and we will discuss practically so far, and I will give you assignment and so on. So right now, if you have any query, any question, any confusion, you are requested to ask.
Okay, so I have a question about how do you think about my level, Mr. Mohsen, and how long I need to prepare for my IELTS exam to get 6.5 or 7.
Currently, right now, I realized only you are speaking, where you are lying at 6.5 speaking, but I don't know about your writing. I don't know about your reading and listening, and that will be realized after going through the test or after going through 1 or 2 lectures.
Great.
Yeah. But if you get the best score, like let's suppose 7.5 plus even, let's suppose you feel, and sometimes students become confident that I'm good. No, but right now, if you get the best, as I mentioned earlier, that in United States of America, in topmost institutes, you need 7 plus. In Australia, in topmost institutes, you need 8 plus, 8 or 8 plus, 8,777, right? So you have to keep the highest target for more opportunities.
Yeah, of course. All right. Okay.
Okay, sir. Now, if you want to say something. I hope you got it, Ahmad Muhammad.
Yeah, Mr. Mohsen, I got all the information, and I really appreciate your explanation. It was a great explanation. I got
also
all the
interesting.
information.
And to be very honest, I love intellectuals. I do like a little bit intelligent because they also make us proud by their bands.
Yeah,
the best bands.
thank you.
Okay, sir, your mic is mute, Mr. Okta, sir.
Okay, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, it's so amazing explanation. Thank you, Mr. Muhsin. Inshallah, thumbs up for you. And
Thanks, sir.
yes, and Ahmad Ali, I hope that's helpful for you. Yeah, we were thinking for you.
Yeah, it's very helpful for me,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So when are you joining us?
So, sorry, Mr. Okta,
Yeah. When do you want to join us?
when I want. Okay, for me, I'm ready, but I need to discuss about the piece, about the price,
Okay.
and the period, of course, period of the course, the time.
Okay, sure.
So, okay, for me, first I need just, like month or month and a half,
Okay.
That's okay for me. But 3 months, 3 months, maybe it is more than I need.
In my perception, your
Because
level is equal
I
to
have
inshallah.
I have second language to prepare for it, Italian.
But hopefully, comparative to speaking, I hope so. Other modules will be also not bad. So you can cover inshallah even in 30 to 40 days, right? Extra classes are not going to be charged. Extra classes after 40, if you take any evaluation assessment mock test, appear in that, or any idea regarding your course and so on. So those will be not charged, but the course duration you can cover very easily in the 30 to 40 days.
This is special for you, Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So you told me, Mr. Mohsen, that 40 days are okay, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
okay,
Mr. Mohsin is very kind. Thank you.
okay,
You are kind,
great,
sir.
Mr.
Yeah, I think I leave it to you, Ahmed Ali. Decision in yours. Yeah. Let me know soon if you are ready to join us. Okay. I think it's in.
Sure.
Yeah. It's time
Yeah,
it's time to namas. It's time to perform to
yeah.
solat. Yeah. All right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Mr.
All right.
Oh,
Tune off. Goodbye.
yes.
goodbye, Mr.
Allah.
Mohsen.
Yes. Thank you very much. Inshallah. See
Thank
you.
you.
And have a good day.
See you.
Assalamualaikum.
Good day. Thank you.
Bye, bye, Mr.